New laptop, new studio. Today we are looking at a big boy, the Asus ROG Strix G16. This is one of the more premium 16-inch gaming laptops, and definitely one of the prettiest ones as well. But is that extra money actually worth it? Or is it all flash and no show? Well, let's find out. And please like and subscribe if you like these type of videos. This laptop is one flashy mother lover. It's got this cool RGB strip at the front, a full RGB keyboard, and a big ROG logo on the back. Some Strix models have this logo in RGB as well, but this one doesn't. It's also got these cool ROG design accents all over its body, which I think looks really cool. Trust me, people will know this is a gaming laptop from miles away. But unlike most gaming laptops, the Strix G16 has great build quality. It's got a metal body, lid and top cover, and the bottom, while plastic, is really sturdy. It's got minimal keyboard deck flex, but it does flex a little on the top cover. That metal body does mean that it weighs quite a bit though. But this is to be expected from a gaming laptop, of course. And the same goes for the thickness. This is one chunky boy. But that chunk is definitely justified, because it backs some absolute heat. I have the RTX 4070 model, but it goes all the way up to an RTX 4090. This RTX 4070 has a 140 watt TGP, which is absolutely overkill for a 4070, but that should be very nice for any higher configurations of this laptop. And the Core i9 in here has 24 cores, so it should be an absolute screamer. This laptop's got plenty of ports on both sides, and even a full-sized Ethernet jack. The only thing that's really missing is an SD card slot, but I can't really complain there. It has a 280 watt charger, which will be necessary for a full i9. And the charging brick is actually really small for that wattage. Asus is really good at making these compact, but it's too bad that it uses a regular barrel jack plug instead of Asus's new connector like on the Zephyrus lines. Now the keyboard is just as flashy as the rest of the laptop. It's got a full RGB backlight, which looks really cool with these translucent keys. The keys themselves have quite a bit of travel for a laptop keyboard. And the keys are pretty tactile, so it's just great overall. It also has these 5 macro keys at the top, which can be reprogrammed if you know how to do it. Its trackpad is also surprisingly good for a gaming laptop. It's got a glass coating, which feels nice. And it also has a satisfying click. And it doesn't feel like you're crushing a small animal with your finger, like on some other gaming laptops. It's also got a display that you'd expect a gaming laptop to have. At a resolution of 2K, with a golden ratio of 16:10, this 16-inch IPS display works well for pretty much anything that you want to use it for. But the main star of the show is of course that 240 Hz refresh rate. This is the smoothest display I have ever used, and it's not even close. It won't make you any better at gaming, but it can certainly help. Other than that, it gets bright at 500 nits, which paired with a matte coating is plenty of brightness for any scenario. Its hinge is also pretty sturdy, so it doesn't really wobble, but it doesn't go back very far, so keep that in mind. The speakers are pretty poopy though. Yeah, they'll work for basic use and watching YouTube or something, but it's lacking in bass, volume, clarity, and pretty much anything that makes a speaker good. Here's a quick webcam and microphone test. This is a microphone audio test for the Asus ROG Strix G16. These laptop names are getting a bit too long. All Asus ROG laptops come with Armoury, which is their gaming app. This is where you can change and customize fan profiles and basically control your entire laptop. It has some great features like the hardware monitor, which shows you all your system information during games. Now Armoury is pretty good and it offers a lot of customizability, but it's a bit bloated and just slow. Luckily, ROG laptops have an alternative tool called G-Helper, which is open source, a lot more lightweight and easier to use. I've done a full video tutorial on G-Helper already, so I'll put the link in the description for you if you're interested. Now let's run some benchmarks to see how it performs in raw numbers. In Cinebench R23, it got ridiculous scores for a laptop. I mean, 30,000 is literally double the score that my desktop PC gets, which is just crazy. In 3D Mark TimeSpy, this trend continues. The graphics score is very high for a laptop RTX 4070, and the CPU score is probably the highest I've ever seen in 3D Mark. Now let's see how this thing handles some actual games.
Es ist casual. Was tryhardet ihr überhaupt? Du Alter, als wenn euer Leben...
Keiner tryhardet hier, Junge.
Was redest du? Schau dein Team an, Alter.
Rede
Alle
weiter,
kleine
Junge.
Huren,
Rede weiter, Junge.
Fünf wie du.
Was
Kleiner
macht denn dein
Hurensohn.
Team, Alter? Was macht denn
Was hat
dein
deine
Team?
Mutter gemacht?
Mate, I fucking just dropped into the shit. Oh my god! I literally dropped onto one of them fucking tanks, oh man.
Sending in an eagle.
Bend over, please. Time.
What?
Bend over.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Thank you, thank you.
To absolutely nobody's surprise, this thing is an absolute beast at anything you throw at it. Its i9-14900HX is literally a desktop class chip, and it performs very, very well. The RTX 4070 performs well in games too, but a higher spec model of this with a 4080 or even 4090 will absolutely curb stomp it. If you want to play games with absolutely no compromises, this laptop's your guy. If you want to use this laptop on the go, this laptop is not your guy. Because it has such a powerful, power-hungry CPU in it, it obviously lasts a lot longer than other laptops. I tested battery life by playing a YouTube video with the screen at 60 Hz at full brightness with the laptop in iGPU or Eco mode. In this test, it lasted just 4 hours and 51 minutes, which is not a lot for just basic web browsing. But you should expect that from a full-fledged gaming laptop. But with great power comes great responsibility. And heat. And fan noise. Yeah, this boy gets pretty loud during intensive tasks. I'd recommend wearing headphones if you're gonna game on this thing. The cooling system can definitely handle everything during gaming, but that i9 is just too powerful for a laptop. It stays nice and cool during single-threaded workloads like gaming, but in multi-core loads, it got absolutely cooked. This is pretty normal for a laptop chip though, so don't worry, it won't overheat during normal use or anything. Now, since this laptop is so big, it's also got a lot of space for upgradeability. It has 2 DDR5 SODIMM slots, so you can slot this baby with up to 64 gigabytes of RAM. Or I think even 96 gigabytes, but I'm not sure about that. It's got 2 M.2 slots, so you could theoretically cram up to 16 terabytes of storage in it. And it's even got a Wi-Fi card slot. So you can upgrade it to Wi-Fi 8 or 9 or whatever comes after whenever those come out. Now this guy is a more premium gaming laptop, so it does cost a bit more than regular gaming laptops. It's not ridiculously expensive though. I got this model for $1,900, and if you get the 16GB model, it'll be even cheaper. Like I said though, there definitely are gaming laptops with an RTX 4070 that you can find for a lot less money. So, conclusion time. Is the Strix G16 worth it? Kinda. This is an absolute beast in terms of performance, and it looks really good. But you are paying a bit of a premium for that power and for those looks. The Intel i9 in here is a desktop class chip. So this is a perfect laptop for anyone that's looking for a portable workstation. But in my opinion, it's a bit overkill for an RTX 4070. I think the RTX 4080 and 4090 models of this laptop are a lot more worth it, since they can actively use the cooling system that's in here. Look, I'll make it simple. If you want to save a little money and get the best bang for your buck for a gaming laptop, don't get this laptop. But if you want the best possible performing gaming laptop with an RTX 4070, with an incredibly fast processor that also looks good, get the Strix G16. But take a quick guess which laptop is very similarly priced to this one. The Zephyrus G14, of course. And it has very similar specs too. So I wonder which sacrifices it made to be that much smaller. So let's compare them in the next video. Stay tuned for that. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.